പശ്ചിമേഷ്യൻ രാജ്യങ്ങളിൽ യുദ്ധം കൊടുമ്പിരി കൊള്ളുകയാണ്. ഈ സാഹചര്യത്തിൽ ലെബനൻ അംബാസഡർ റാബി നർഷ് 24-നോടൊപ്പം ചേരുകയാണ്. Hi sir.
Hello Vinita.
What's the current
you and your viewers?
Yes, sure. Let me know what is the current situation right now in Lebanon.
It's an all-out war in Lebanon. Unfortunately, the situation is very bad. There are lots of innocent civilian people losing their life on a daily basis. As of now, as we speak, we have more than 3,000 innocent civilian lives perished. More than 11 or more than 13,000 wounded, and this is a big burden that displaced people. About 1.5 million Lebanese have been displaced from their homes.
Actually, Israel targeting civilians by naming Hezbollah attacks.
They are only targeting, mainly targeting civilians. Israel is not fighting. Israel is killing and destroying the houses, destroying civilian infrastructures. They are, of course, they exchange fires with the militants, with the resistance group, but mainly they target civilian, and this is their doctrine. Unfortunately, the Israeli army act as terrorist organization who kills mainly civilians, women, and children.
And there are killing people, including children. There are counterattack by Hezbollah. Will whether Lebanon will fight on its own?
Lebanon, when it comes to resisting the occupation, Lebanon is fighting, whether with Hezbollah or with other resistance group. And let's not forget that Hezbollah was only established in 1982 as a reaction of the Israeli invasion to Lebanon. Hezbollah is a Lebanese political party. They are represented in the cabinet, they are represented in the parliament and in the administration. But at the same time, they are resistance group, and all international laws guarantee the rights of occupied people to fight their occupier. So what Hezbollah is doing is guaranteed by international law to fight the occupation represented by Israel and the continuous aggression of Israel since its creation. Lebanon has never been safe from the Israeli aggression since 1947 when Israel was created.
The UN has condemned the attack on Lebanon, but the UN taking a strong stand to stop the attack.
The UN was created after World War II by the world powers and the consensus of all nations at that time as a peaceful organization, international organization to guarantee peace and security in the world. But unfortunately, Israel itself, which was created by a United Nations resolution itself, is the country that's most violating the United Nations resolution. Israel deliberately attacked United Nations posts. They attack in Lebanon. They attack UNIFIL. UNIFIL is the peacekeeping forces in Lebanon. Israel has deliberately attacked many posts of UNIFIL. They are attacking United Nations staffs. They killed more than 230 UN staff in Palestine. They killed, unfortunately, we have an Indian UN staff member, Colonel Colonel Kale, who lost his life, unfortunately, due to deliberate attack from Israeli tank onto his car. He was a UN staff aiding humanitarian aid the Palestinian refugees in Gaza. So what I want to say here that Israel deliberately attack and disregard all United Nations resolutions. Israel, has claimed or declared the United Nations Secretary General as persona non grata. So this disdain or disregard to the United Nations and its agents is something beyond comprehension, and something has to stop, and the international community has to put pressure on Israel to end this disregard to the United Nations and to the international community will.
And what position does Lebanon want India to take on Israel attack on Lebanon?
Our position is clear. First of all, we want this war to stop. We didn't ask for this war. We didn't provoke any party to go into this war. But at the same time, as I said, when this war was imposed onto us, we had to retaliate and we had to defend ourselves, our country, our lands. What we want from all of this is to stop this war. We have always asked the international community to put pressure on Israel to end this madness in West Asia and to implement United Nations resolution to respect the will of the international community. Lebanon has called particularly to the full implementation of Resolution 1701 that ended the war in 2006 between Lebanon and Israel, or the war that was waged by Israel onto Lebanon in 2006, which was ended by a resolution, famous resolution, the 1701. So we call upon the international community to put enough pressure on Israel to implement this resolution, which guarantees the cease of all hostilities and to stop this war.
And so, do you think the war will end if India intervenes?
Yes, we do believe in India's goodwill, India's peaceful approach to all crises in the world. India has a big role to play because India is a global power with a strong presence globally. So yes, they can and they are. I know for sure that they are putting pressure, our efforts to end this war. But we ask and we call upon them to put more pressure on, particularly the Israeli cabinet, on Netanyahu and his cabinet to end this war.
And do you view Prime Minister Modi's effort to ease tension?
Prime Minister Modi, since he arrived and he calls for the peace in the world, he says that the world is one family, and we of course believe in this. We commend his approach. We admire his vision to the world, the peaceful world that lives in peace and in security. So yes, of course, we ask, like we said, from the Indian government and Prime Minister Modi ji to put more pressure on Israel to end this madness, because India can and will, of course, and they are doing their best to stop this war.
And what is the next step of Lebanon?
Our next step is always, like we said, first we want this war to stop, and then we want to go on to rebuilding the nation, rebuilding what Israel has destructed so far, and we want to return all the displaced people to their homes after rebuilding their homes. So our next step is always there. That peace is our dream. Peace is our goal, and we will work with the international community to see peace prevailing in our region.
അദ്ദേഹം പറയുന്നത് ലെബനനിലെ നിലവിലെ സാഹചര്യങ്ങൾ ആശങ്കയുണ്ടാക്കുന്നത് തന്നെയാണ്. യുദ്ധത്തിൽ സാധാരണക്കാരായിട്ടുള്ള ജനങ്ങളാണ്, അവർക്ക് അവരുടെ ജീവനാണ് നഷ്ടമാകുന്നത്. ഇന്ത്യ ഇതിൽ ഇടപെടണം. ഇന്ത്യയുടെ ഇതുവരെയുള്ള നിലപാടുകൾ ഒക്കെ അഭിനന്ദനാർഹമെന്നും അദ്ദേഹം ഈ ഘട്ടത്തിൽ സൂചിപ്പിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ക്യാമറാമാൻ ജിതേന്ദ്രനൊപ്പം ഡൽഹിയിൽ നിന്ന് വിനീത VG 24.